All right, welcome back. Real Tough Talk. Stephen J. Ghost. We're going to go over the two teams next right now, which is Monarchs versus DG. These two teams know each other. Both teams was in top 5 in scoring last year, so they both know how to put up points, led by DG's quarterback, league reigning MVP Chuck, and Monarchs quarterback, two-time back-to-back Offensive Player of the Year, Ramsey. Plus, both teams went to the Final Four last season. DG went to the championship, and Monarchs season ended in the Final Four. Now, they both made a few upgrades this season, with Monarchs drafting Tan in the second round, Alex in the first round, Matrix in the third round, and DG keeping Chuck for the first round pick, and the second round pick, they got Slutty. So these teams did upgrade real quick. Tell me about these draft picks before we jump right into the game.
First of all, Chuck is Chuck. Chuck is Chuck. There's nothing else you need to say about that. All you have to do is say his name and where he's from. You know exactly what you're getting with Chuck. He's the guy that got them, help them get to the championship last year. One of the best quarterbacks, if not the best quarterback to play and touch football. That's Chuck in a nutshell. So that's what you know you're getting with him. In terms of Slutty, I think that he is a big pickup for their offense and at most, but also on defense as well. Yes, you mentioned before that he falls asleep on certain plays on defense, but he can still make some big defensive plays when he's motivated, when he gets his engines going. When you get him into the game, he can be dangerous on both sides. Everybody knows that, and that's why he was in the draft in the first place. So overall, that's a big pickup for this DG team, replacing some of the players that they lost. Mainly one of their best offensive player last year in Dash, but Slutty is a more dynamic player that's gonna attract defenses and attract the ball, knowing that Chuck is gonna make him a prime target on his offense.
Now, Alex, I'm sorry. Yes. Go ahead.
And on the other side, did you want to speak on the other side, or
go ahead?
Okay. And on the other side, you have 3 picks that help improve that Monarchs team. As you remember, last season they had Henry, which had a breakaway season with this team, had an opportunity to win MVP because he played well on both sides of the ball. But unfortunately, they do not have him this year, so they had to make 3 new picks. They get Alex. He's not here in this game, but you already know you get a dynamic 2-way player, a person who can do everything that you need him to. He can play defense. He can play offense. He can play as a giver, put pressure on quarterbacks. He can do whatever you need to for you to excel on your team. You also get Matrix, who's also a dynamic 2-way player. You saw what he was able to do last season with the Spartans. They were lacking in consistent talent on that team, but Matrix is a person that always kept them in competition with other teams, no matter who that they face. And you also have
Tanner, who's going to bring ice.
And also Tanner, who's actually here with ice. They're coming as a package deal. So whenever you get Tanner, you get ice. And you saw what he brought to that Raiders team last year on that defense, made them, if not the best defense last season, consistently the best defense last season. They fell off back and forth in the rankings, but they were consistently the best defense last season. And they bring that to this Monarchs team, which already had a great defense, leading the league in interceptions. So these were great pickups for this Monarchs team. It's all up to how they fit and how they acclimate to it.
All right, we're going to jump right into the game. Alex is not here. Matrix is not here. Ice is not here. And Chuck is going to get here late. So we're going to jump right into the game. Dirt is going to get the start. Second out, with blocker from Hollywood. Dirt is still sacked by Damo. Damo is the Aaron Donald of TFL, of UFL. This guy's dominant. He's starting up his dominance that he did last season, early, right here, getting the sack. Third down, Dirt is going to roll right on 4 of us. Throws to Jalen in the gap, almost picked off by Benny. It's going to take us a 4th down. Randy comes in to throw on 4 of us, throws a Slutty in the gap. Slutty can't hold on to it. The ball is dropped. Turnover on downs. The question is, did Slutty catch his ball for the first down? What do you think?
Now, if this is a regular routine catch, definitely he gets the catch here. But as you see here, he leaves his feet. And that's one detail that a lot of people probably didn't notice on the field. He leaves his feet. So it's not about making a move or anything like that. You have to land first both feet planted before being called for the catch. And as he puts his second foot down, he's not able to hold on to the ball long enough for him to make a move and go anywhere. The ball comes right out on the second step as he lands, and unfortunately for him, that's why it was called incomplete.
Great call by the official. That was Will. Will has got criticized a lot for no fault of his own. Sometimes I've gotten criticized, refs get criticized. He made 2 great calls today. This was one of them. Shout to him, great call there. DG's gonna turn the ball over, give it back to the Monarchs. After 2 incomplete passes, third down, Ramsey throws it to tie in the end zone, caught out of bounds, Monarchs have to punt. And this is the problem with Ramsey. He took 3 shots downfield and was not able to put up points. This is the Ramsey you're gonna get at times. He could be one of the most talented quarterbacks in the league, and then he could be this guy and forces his team to punt. Third down, you're going to see Chuck get here now. Chuck gets here for the second drive as DG gets the ball. Third down to 10. After 2 short passes, Chuck throws a Hollywood in the gap for a decent gain, getting to the 25-yard line. Fourth down, Chuck on 4 rush. It's sacked by Damo. Turnover on downs. If you look here, Damo got right through Hollywood. And Hollywood might as well have been toilet paper because he just ran right through him like he wasn't even there. I think it's disrespectful to try to have Hollywood even block Damo, and Damo makes him pay for it here, his second sack of the day.
And it's crazy because on the sideline, now you hear shouts on the sideline calling him Aaron Damo now. Now he's getting shouts comparing him to Aaron Donald. So this man, if you look at plays like this, he is like a freight train coming straight at you. That is a quarterback's worst nightmare. I don't care how talented you are. When you have somebody like that rushing through, getting through blocks, putting pressure, it's going to make any quarterback struggle, and he's not able to get by the sack. Damo gets his second sack of the day in the first half.
It's funny when I was calling him Aaron Donald last year, everybody was like, oh, you're bugging. And now they're like, oh, Aaron Donald. Funny, right? All right, Ramsey gets the ball back. Ramsey on first down throws to Javon in the gap, getting to the 7-yard line. Third down, Ramsey throws a tie in the front of the end zone, off target, incomplete. Fourth and goal, Ramsey scrambles on 4 rush, finds Bell in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Ty gets a 2-point conversion, 8-0, Monarchs score.
Ramsey is able to find Javon, get into the 7-yard line, able to keep the drive going, not have to do too much because they're already in good field position, and then he finds Bell for the touchdown. Simple touchdown for them because they're already in good field position, and that's when you have great defense benefiting an already good offense, and they are right in it to take the lead here with their first score.
All right, DG gets the ball back. Chuck on 4 rush with 2 blockers, throws to Randy on the sideline, picked off by Timmy, giving the ball back to the Monarchs. Chuck has thrown an interception on first down. And why? Look right here. Damo with the pressure. Chuck didn't have time, had miscommunication on the route. Bad throw by Chuck. Timmy, who played with Chuck last year, left DG to go to the Monarchs, picks him off. Great play, all because of the pressure by Damo. Chuck gets picked off.
This is going to continue to happen. This DG team does not have anybody to stay in front of Damo. If you see here, they have 2 blockers, and he's still able to put pressure on Chuck. That is not a good look for any quarterback, so they need to make some changes. I don't know what they have to do. They have to make Chuck roll out more, buy some time, whatever it is, because this right here, trying to protect Chuck with whoever they have on the field, it is not working. And Damo's still able to put pressure up, this time forcing an interception.
Ramsey gets the ball back, 3rd and long. Ramsey on 4 rush, throws deep to Benny in the gap. 1-on-1 with Fig. Benny tips it and makes a nice catch for a big gain, picking up the first down. Fig gets flagged for tackling, ball at the 20-yard line. Benny has the capability of being a playmaker. I think he's one of those people that you would say is young and upcoming. He makes a great play here to tip the ball to himself. Fig with the frustration, tackles him down, great play. Ramsey's going to take a shot, and he makes him pay right here.
And this is one thing I can say, that Ramsey knows how to connect with his players, and he knows that these guys are out there to make big plays. One thing about Benny is he's a highlight guy. He likes to get in front of the camera. He likes to shine. And because of that, Plays like this is going to make him even more dangerous because he's already talented as it is, but because he's able to make a play like that, that keeps the drive going here.
Ramsey on second down is blitzed by Hollywood and sacked by Jalen. Jalen, a.k.a. Pizza Boy, made a big sack here. He's not bringing the same pressure that Damo. He's doing it with more speed, and while the guys are distracted by Hollywood blitzing, he comes away with a sack. Monarchs can't get any closer, and they end up getting stopped. And that is a key stop. Why? Because they just made a big play. So when they make a big play and you follow up with a sack, and you follow up with making a stop, that definitely takes away a little momentum. Great stop by this DG defense. Chuck gets the ball back. Third down after 2 short passes. Chuck throws deep to Randy on the sideline, caught for a big gain, picking up the first down. Now, this is a great play by Chuck. I think it's a pump. He gets them to step up, and he gets Randy downfield. This is a lot that I think that UCF is going to miss. Randy's ability to play on the offensive side of the ball. DG knew they just wasn't getting the defensive play of the year. They was getting the guy who could play some offense, and Chuck finds me here for a huge game.
And this is finally Chuck able to move the offense. He's been struggling because of the pressure coming in, but when you give Chuck time, he's able to make plays like this, and he's able to keep drives going. And this is Chuck at his best, especially when he's able to stay in the pocket and, you know, able to stay comfortable. Give Chuck time, and he's able to make anything happen for your offense.
Second down at the 10-yard line, Chuck on 4 rush, throws it Randy in the front of the end zone, picked off by Tanner, who runs into the gap, getting to the 20-yard line. Chuck's second interception in a row. Now, Tanner was called for the tag. He don't think he was going to be the tag. We'll talk to him later about this. We have an interview with him later. Tell me what you think. Did Tanner just get tagged by Randy?
And I'm going to look at it this way. I have probably the best angle you could see this tag from, because obviously I put myself at risk staying on the field when guys are running back and forth. So this is why I have to stay in the middle of the shot, because these things are crucial. So as I get close, as they come close to me, I look at the shot, and lo and behold, I think that was a miss. It was this close. It was this close. But I think that Tanner just gets by. But unfortunately, and I'm sure that he knows that he probably would have got caught anyway, running down the field. But he does get by, so I know this is going to be bragging rights for him. He gets one up on the ref or whatever. But either way, this is still a great play by Tanner. This is why they got him here. He's able to read the play and step up and pick this ball off. Also, because Chuck is constantly under pressure, he's not able to make accurate passes. Even when he gets closer to the red zone, he's still worried about that pressure. Because of that, he ends up throwing a pick to Tanner right here.
First down, Ramsey is going to go downfield to Bell. With 2 defenders there, Bell makes a catch in the end zone for the touchdown. Timmy gets an extra point. 15-0 taking us into the half. And if you look here, the defender on that play, that's Slutty. That is a great play by Bell. I already told you, Slutty at times plays James Harden's defense, Matador defense, turnstile defense, whatever it is to let guys get in the end zone. I've seen Slutty do it. This is the key here. They did not pick him up to do this. I already said it. Slutty at times is lazy on the defensive side of the ball. And this is a play where you got to knock down. You got several inches over this guy. And Bell makes him pay. Touchdown. Monarchs. Ramsey going downfield for the home run. If this is not on Dawn's dime Ghost, we got a problem.
But my thing is this. You got 2 defenders there. Why did nobody put a body on this man, Bell? Why did everybody just watch? Just to wait for the ball to land in Bell's hands. You know, like, I don't get that. That's not defense. The thing about it is Slutty's there. So he's in the vicinity to make a play, but he's trying to make an interception and he misreads the ball. Rather than risk getting a play caught on you, put a body on the player. You're already looking up for the ball. You're already there to make a shot. Somebody should put a body on this man. But because nobody's paying attention, they watching the ball land right into Bell's hands. And that is a play that's missed by this defense, giving Ramsey another opportunity to score.
That's going to take us into the half, 15-0. Listen, if I'm DG, I got to stop Damo from bringing the pressure. I am concerned about Slutty's defense. We've seen Slutty do this for 99 last season. He falls asleep on the defensive side of the ball. That was a drop early in the game. He has to make that catch. I believe we see him drop the ball last year with 99 to pick up a first down. So this is consistent with Slutty. At times, it seems like he doesn't want to be bothered. He has a way where he just turns off the engine and nobody's home. And it looks like this is it today. They did not go out to get Slutty for this, especially Slutty playing against two former teammates on the other side in Damo and in Tanner. This is my frustration with Slutty. Offensively, he's one of the top 5 offensive players in football when he wants to be bothered. Now, on the other side, we have to slow down Ramsey's passing attack. He's throwing the ball all over yard and putting points on us easy.
Listen, if you are the Monarchs right now, you're letting your defense lead the charge because that's exactly what's been happening. You see Damo here putting pressure on Chuck like nobody's business. They don't have nobody on the field or on the sideline that can block Damo. So keep him going in, keep him rushing in, and let the defense wait for the ball to sail right into their hands. That's exactly what's been happening this game. They need to keep that and do not change that strategy. In terms of offense, Ramsey missed a couple of plays this half. They had more opportunities to score, but unfortunately, Ramsey wasn't perfect. But my thing is, at the end of the day, as long as Ramsey's not taking too many unnecessary risks, the defense is going to keep holding the opposing offense. All you have to do is do not give them any extra possessions by throwing any unnecessary picks, throwing any deep shots that you don't need to. Just take your time, run the clock, chop up the field when you have the opportunity. And I think that they have an opportunity to win this game if they keep playing the way they are right now.
We're going to jump into the second half with Monarchs getting the ball going 4 and out. Second out, Ramsey throws to Javon open in the gap. Javon misses it, incomplete. Third down, Ramsey throws deep to Kai in the back of the end zone, caught out of bounds. Monarchs have to punt. This is my problem. They gave up another opportunity to score. And this is the second time they've seen punt in this game. You can't give away drives, especially to the GOAT, because he always finds a way to chip back in the game.
Yes.
They get the ball back. Chuck throws to Jalen in the middle for a decent game. Then Chuck with 3 plays for a nice game, picking up a first down. 3rd and goal after a short pass to Fig. Chuck finds Fig in the front of the end zone. What a touchdown. Damo gets the sack on the extra point. 15-6. DG climbs right back in the game. Chuck is able to get momentum and score a touchdown.
And now you're starting to see Jalen's name being called more. Now he's getting, a step up in terms of his role on the team. Now he's becoming a target for Chuck, helping him drive down the field. And you hear Fig's name as well being another target. So these 2 guys coming to this team is very vital to this offense. And Chuck is going to use them to chop up the field. That's exactly what he did on this drive. And he's able to finally get into the end zone for the first time in the second half.
Monarchs get the ball back. On first down, Ramsey on 4 rush is sacked by Jalen. Jalen is bringing pressure different. Not like Damo, but he's showing the capability of making plays. Big sack there. Monarchs can't get any further, and they will have to punt. Their second punt in a row in the second half. You just gave up a touchdown to Chuck. You punted again. Now, this is the thing I talk about Ramsey. Not able to score, not able to put points up or move the ball, and that's becoming an issue. Chuck gets the ball back. First down, Chuck, with blocking from Dirt, it's still sacked by Damo. Listen, get this baby out the street. Sorry, Dirt. You need to get dirt or quicksand or maybe a rope because Damo's running through you like you're not even there. So you need to bring some type of prop to slow this man down because he's dominating you. Dirt is usually used to being a bully, not today. This bully done got old. This bully needs to retire because it's a new sheriff on the block and they should call him Damo. Second down, Chuck throws to Jalen in the middle for a decent game, picking up the first down. Chuck then was blocking by Dirt. Throws to Jalen wide open in the end zone, caught, stays inbounds for the touchdown. Fig gets the 2-point conversion. 15-14, they strike right back. If you look here, Kai is at safety, never slides over, and Chuck finds, listen, Jalen is stepping in for dash, so is Fig. These guys are doing it by committee. I don't hear no who, I don't hear no Slutty. He's doing it with the others. And that's what happens when you're a championship quarterback. the reigning MVP. He did that last season. He spread the ball to other people, never really had one go-to guy, and that's how he won MVP. And it looks like he has to do it on his own because I don't even think Slutty's here.
Wow.
But they get back into the game 15-14.
And I just got to say one thing real quick. I heard on the sideline guys calling Pam's name and saying that this man, Jalen, deserves a raise because he's here helping this DG team, making everybody on that team look good. You know, he dropped the pass early in the game, but he's here showing that he's going to be a go-to guy for Chuck and also making some big plays on defense. So he's coming in and doing whatever he has to help this team win, and it's benefiting his team exponentially right now.
All right, Ramsey gets the ball back. Ramsey's going to scramble on 4 rush and sacked by Hollywood. If you look here, Javon is open downfield, but Ramsey's attempting to kill the clock. Okay, I guess that's his sign, what he's trying to do. Then he gets sacked again. Listen, Hollywood can hurt you in different positions. He can blitz, he can block, and right now he's bringing the pressure with Pizza Boy, Jalen, and they're making Ramsey's life miserable. Another sack here. 3rd down, Ramsey throws it to Bell, who has a step on fig, drop. Monarchs have to punt for the 3rd time in a row, letting this DG team sneak back into the game.
But my thing is this, if you watch these 2 plays, Ramsey is not intending to throw the ball at all. He's letting himself get sacked both times. So it's not like the defense earned it, he's running the clock. But what I don't get is, on the 3rd down, he decides to throw the ball. So they're telling him, thank you. Now you're giving us more time on the clock to try to make a difference here. So what is he doing? You wasted 2 downs trying to kill the clock just to throw it deep and stop the clock anyway. I don't get what he was doing here. And this is why Ramsey sometimes, when he makes decisions, it leaves you scratching your head. Because I don't get this play right here, trying to go deep. Yes, he may have had a chance to put the game away, but if you already wasted 2 downs, you might as well have used the other down and either punt or extend the clock, whatever you have to, and let the defense win the game. But he decides to give them time left on the clock to make something happen. And when you leave the GOAT with time, that's the worst formula for end of the game.
Well, Chuck gets the ball back. On 4 rush, he's going to throw to West on the sideline. Picked off by Benny, who runs it all the way back into the end zone for the touchdown. Monarchs go for 2, but they don't get it. 21-14. If you look here now, this is the problem with this play. It's 15-14. Benny gets the pick. If Benny stops at the 2, game's over.
Yeah.
I think they only have 2 timeouts. Now the time to start the clock. But Benny, inexperienced, loves the camera, scores. And Santana goes berserk, knowing that this gives my PG another opportunity to win the game. What do you think about the inexperience of Benny? Great play, but not a smart enough play towards the end.
I just gotta say, this is what Benny's known for. He likes stats. He likes being in front of the camera. So I think that's exactly what he saw. He saw the end zone. He saw, oh my God, I can get some stats on the board. I can get an interception run back. I can talk about it. Maybe I get an interview at the end of the game or anything like that. But when you're looking, they're telling you, stop. They're screaming on the field, stop. Don't run in the end zone. Because what are you doing? You're supposed to know what game you're in and what you need to do at every given moment. Benny doesn't know that, and he gives this team an opportunity to win with a score, if possible.
Chuck gets the ball back. With the minute left in the game after the 1st down, Chuck throws a Slutty in the gap for a nice game, getting him to the 10-yard line. Wow, we had a Slutty sighting. 2nd to go. Chuck finds dirt in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. Nobody's guarding the front, and they're going to score, and they're going to be, right now the score is going to be 19-20. I'm sorry, the score is going to be 21-20 as they go for the 2-point conversion. Tell me about the touchdown real quick before we go to the extra point.
And this is them being able to drive with time, and this is something that you do not want to give Chuck opportunity to score. Probably the last possession of the game. You know what quarterback he gets compared to all the time. So when you put him in this position to put up points at the end of the game, a lot of times, more times than not, you're gonna bet on Chuck, and Chuck is able to find his way into the end zone with an opportunity to get a walk-off 2-point conversion here.
Well, they go for the 2, and Mr. Aaron Donald comes away with the sack on forward rush, ending the game, his 5th sack of the day. Ending the game, Monarchs come away with the win, 21-20.
And you know what's funny about this? What happened the first play of the game? Damo got a sack.
Correct.
What happened the last play of the game? Damo got a sack. This was his game the whole way. And they had no answer for it. This was the one consistent thing that happened throughout the game. Damo putting pressure on Chuck.
In the
This may be
championship.
a team, yes, this may be a team that they may see in the championship. So they need to remember this moment and be prepared for it, because their pass protection is lacking, and Damo was able to pretty much push whoever he wanted out of the way. And that began the game, and that ended up ending the game for this Monarchs team, taking away opportunity for them to win the game. So they have to fix this, because this is a problem that they're gonna face throughout the season. But I would say this is a well-made win by the Monarchs. Ramsey scores 3 touchdowns. He wasn't perfect, but he gave them more than enough to score and win in this league, getting 3 touchdowns. I think overall the Monarchs look decent today. They have some things that they can do better with, but I think it was enough to win today, this game.
All right, I'm going to break it down real quick, and then we'll wrap this up. First of all, I hear what you're saying, and I will have to say that's all bull jive, what you said. That's all bull jive. I'm going to tell you why. First of all, DG looked terrible. Chuck got there. They still looked terrible in the first half. They looked horrible. Chuck threw 2 interceptions, and he got stopped. Yeah, he got there late, but he threw 2 interceptions, and they got stopped. Second half, they did look better. They went 3 out of 4, but Chuck threw a pick 6.
Yeah.
So he threw 3 interceptions and gave the other team 6 points on that side of the ball. Mm-hmm. That's about a problem. My concern is Hollywood and Chuck need to figure out if Slutty really wants to be here. That's what they need to figure out. Slutty kind of manipulated the draft last year to not get drafted by PME. He, was 1 pick away from going to his rest of his YMM brothers on UTF, but DG drafted him. He got Randy there with him, but that don't seem like enough, because I don't see the Slutty that I know is there. That's not what this team paid for. And if I'm them, I'm keeping my receipt, because I may have to take this guy back, because he looks like he don't want to be here. He dropped a big pass out, got the first down. He gave up a touchdown, and he got 2 targets. That's not why they got him here. This is not Randy Moss. You know this remind me of? Chad Ochocinco when he went to New England. Do you remember that? Because I don't. Now, on the other side, Monarchs need to get better, because at the end of the day, Ramsey punted 3 times in the second half. And he punted 1 time in the first half. The Monarchs, the league's highest scoring offense, punted 4 times. That's a problem. That's a problem. You can't make Ramsey something that he's not. He's not a guy who's going to kill the clock, because you've seen he did it and it still threw the ball. You can't force this guy to beat something he's not. Now, the Tanner pickup, huge. You saw that with the interception. He made the secondary better, which they were able to get 3 interceptions and a pick 6. Alex wasn't even here, so this is the upright. Matrix wasn't here. Ice wasn't here. This team is going to be dangerous, and Damo is the most dominant defensive player in the league. He is Aaron Donald. Put respect on his name. As soon as he gets the mentality and know that everything isn't power, then he's going to be lights out defensively in this league. But I still think both these teams have issues. They got things they need to look at, and they're going to need things that they need to fix in order to be considered a championship team. But at the end of the day, Monarchs come away with a win, and they beat this DG team 21-20.
All right, I just want to end it with this. I'm just trying to throw something and see if it sticks. They're calling him Aaron Damo now. How about the Dominator? The Dominator. Huh? Does that work? Huh?
That was almost as bad as Slutty's defense.
All right, I'll end it there. I tried, okay? I think it sounds good, but whatever it is, I'm gonna still say I'm calling him Dominate, because that works.
We're gonna wrap this up. Monarchs coming away with the win, 21-20. We'll be right back.
Pissed off with Benny, but granted, we also have to think it's game 1. Thank God it happened. the same thing I told him. I said, yo, I'm flipping, but it's game one. It happened. Now we know what we got to do next time. Because if I was anywhere within 10 yards, I was tackling Benny.